Is Elon Musk actually a genius? For the longest time, the leader of SpaceX, Tesla, and many other companies was just assumed a scientific genius because, of course, the person in charge of SpaceX, Tesla, and all of these other highly scientific, engineering, and technological companies must be an absolute genius. However, in recent times, this has come under question for a variety of reasons, including his behavior online and his work with the Donald Trump administration. Now, Elon Musk has a long history of very techno optimistic things, which I'm not completely against. He has a plan to put 1 million Earthlings on Mars in 20 years. He wants to colonize Mars. Now, admittedly, some more serious scientists, like astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, have considered this a complete science fiction fantasy and not something that will actually happen. However, for the actual subject of this debate, it really comes down to this Twitter post by Sean Abramson, who is an Elon Musk biographer, who stated that he has found zero evidence that Elon Musk has an IQ higher than 100 to 110, which would peg him at about average to a little bit above average intelligence, at least as far as IQ scores go. And of course, on Twitter, as usual, when you sling mud, mud gets slinged back at you, and many people called Abramson a complete moron for suggesting that Elon Musk could be anything other than an absolute genius. But I want to ask you something. Is he actually a genius? I'm not so sure. For starters, Elon Musk has shared things that are pretty much blatantly anti-vax conspiracy theories. And let's take a look at some of the timelines here of his different tweets and other statements. Here he suggests that maybe Bronny James having cardiac arrest could possibly be caused by the vaccine. He also shared an article on Twitter citing Israeli data claiming 0 young healthy individuals died from COVID-19, a claim that was later discredited by Israel's health minister. And he also has spread conspiracy theories and doubt about Anthony Fauci. He also suggested that he had major side effects from his second booster from COVID, and Musk suggested the cure vaccine is potentially worse than the disease if vaccines are administered to the whole population. Opinion shared by many who believe in natural immunity, which medical experts say is less safe than the COVID-19 vaccine. He also said that in the prosecution of Anthony Fauci, my pronouns are prosecute Fauci. He said that while himself and his children have all got the vaccine, that vaccine mandates are wrong in that it erosion of freedom in America. He said he wouldn't take a COVID-19 vaccine once it became available and stressed a low mortality rate despite virus killing millions. More than a year later, he said his eligible children got the jab. And then as the virus spread, millions of people were infected. Musk said the panic around the coronavirus is dumb. This last tweet led to the end of friendship between Sam Harris and Elon Musk, who Sam Harris texted Elon Musk and said, maybe you should rethink that tweet. And Musk basically ended up making a bet with him that Sam Harris said that this coronavirus pandemic was actually very, very serious, to which Musk insisted that it wasn't. And after Sam Harris was proven right by the actual data, basically Elon Musk refused to pay up, and then he went to Twitter and started just talking crap about Sam Harris. Real nice guy here. Of course, we have other things like this, like his defense of RFK Jr. I think he's unfairly maligned as someone who is anti-science, but I think he isn't. He just wants to question the science, which is the essence of the science. The scientific method fundamentally is always about questioning the science. And as someone that is at least moderately literate in scientific method, that is not the scientific method. You're not questioning the science because the scientific method, the process of doing so, is the actual science. What you question are results and potentially by doing more experiments to see if the outcomes change. And guess what the scientists are actually doing? Exactly that. And with the example of vaccines, we have replicated as many as we can, and we know the data because we've seen it multiple times. He's basically just spinning a actual anti-science position in favor of RFK Jr. because enough people still view this guy as pro-science to where RFK Jr. has been thoroughly discredited by the overwhelming majority of the scientific community. But the last example is this tweet here, and this was what actually inspired me to make this video. So Ryan Peterson why is this plane not flying in a straight line? Notice, San Francisco to Houston, and it's curving like this. Elon Musk says it should be flying in a straight line. But if you want to know something, why do flight paths go in a curved line? Well, it's very, very simple. The Earth isn't flat. Here is a better representation of what the Earth looks. And if you notice, you see those lines? They're all curved, very similar to that flight path. We also have this example of various different flight paths across America. And look, almost none of them are actually straight lines. They're all moderately curved because the curvature of the Earth. The Earth is a globe. It is round. It is not flat. Even better than that, his own artificial intelligence, Grok, said this: the jet didn't fly in a straight line from San Francisco to Houston because aircraft typically follow curved flight paths known as Great Circle routes, which are the shortest distances between 2 points on a sphere like Earth. While the map shows a curved path, the route actually represents the most direct path when accounting for the planet's curvature. So here's the thing. Does this mean that Elon Musk is not a genius or not a brilliant man? Well, not really, but it also means that he's incredibly fucking stupid on at least many different things. And his scientific literacy is definitely within question, and we should be skeptical of it. Now, do I think Elon Musk is a complete and total moron? The answer is no. He obviously has something going on up in here, and he definitely did at least 5 to 10 plus years ago. However, it's also clear that he has some major issues because he says a lot of things that are completely wrong. He's probably the biggest spreader of disinformation on Twitter, and he clearly doesn't understand a lot of scientific things. So something about him is not working. Now, whether he's always been like this, or whether this is a new thing, maybe it was spurred from his divorce to Grimes, we don't really know. But at the end of the day, this is one reason why you shouldn't just trust Elon Musk or anyone in a position of authority just because people think they're a genius, because he might be just another court jester.